Okay, so continuing with the Minuteman concept, I have a Vertex Urban Ghost 20 liter bag. Obviously this was, I think, gray, and a very light gray, and obviously that's not the best for out in the woods. You know, the whole urban gray man type thing is not a good thing to follow. However, we did put some paint on it, help it kind of blend in with the environment, and I'm going to go over with you what I have in here. Now, this is kind of, I had just set this up, so bear with me, and I've kind of redone it and stuff, so well, let's just get into it. And here in the front pocket, electrical tape, a bundle of 550 cord, and a fire starting kit that I'll probably do a separate video of. But this was a cool little piece of thing, cool little thing I found at some little nap-in that they do here in Ohio. Map markers is another good option that I'll tell you about this going into later into the video. Trauma kit or trauma shears, hemostats just to have them. A cheap Mora knife. If you've never heard of Mora knives, they are a very good carbon steel, made in Sweden knife. I think I've butchered chickens with this already, so it's kind of bloody. Anyway, these are awesome little, they're cheap knives. They're really good. They hold their edge really well. Additional tourniquet. Down deeper, just an extra pair of flight gloves, the original flight gloves. A baklava or whatever, OD green face mask, and then the Surefire, what are they? I can't remember what they're called, but the SC1, they carry the CR123 batteries. Carry 6 in these. A Bic lighter with some 100-mile-an-hour tape wrapped around it, and underneath the top layer there's a, what is it, P58 or P35, whatever, those little old school can openers right here. I'll set all this stuff aside. Now, this is the idea behind this bag, is to be able to kind of grab it and go. The whole Minuteman kind of concept. I'll show you this here in a second. But some biscuits and gravy, scrambled eggs with bacon, freeze-dried food, Cattydyne water filtration kit that hooks up to the Nalgene bottles. Now, those map markers, since we are here in Ohio, I have an updated Ohio map. So if there's roadblocks, if there's major catastrophes in the state, checkpoints, military checkpoints or whatever, from the Chinese or the UN, you can use these map markers to put them on here, relay information, gather intel, all that good stuff. In this back front pocket, I have a bunch of chest seals and other, I think it's all just chest seals in there. A really dense emergency food ration. I can't remember how many calories in here, but I did wrap some more 100-mile-an-hour tape around there just to have it, nice big brick. Now, this is an extreme emergencies SOS emergency blanket. Obviously, if you're on a, LPOP or something like that, and You're not going to be pulling this out unless you actually have to, and you're about to die from hypothermia or something. I do have a water bladder here, and on the sides I do have some extra emergency trauma dressings, Israeli bandage and stuff like that. I had a life straw sitting out. I just forgot to put it in there. A poncho liner, or a poncho, waterproof. You can use these. These are like the military issued one. They have the hood, so you can make a tent basically out of them. And in the back here, they have this fancy little door. I have an extra BCG. This is a full BCG with firing pin and all that stuff. I just decided to shove that in there just in case. You know how things can get out of hand pretty quick. So, along with that, now this Nalgene kit bottle, if I can open it. A ceramic knife sharpener, extra contacts. This has like emergency vitamin C, some instant coffee, and stuff like that. Now this hood is something I made myself. It's kind of like those Wraith hoods and all that stuff you've probably seen. But it's one of those sniper veils that I got off Amazon, and I used some jute and some of that 3D foliage that you can also get on Amazon. And then the corners, I just fastened like where you could just tie it. And this can be your hood. You can throw it over your head. And it actually works really well. The cool thing about this, during the changes of the season, it's late October, so we're getting out of the really dark greens. And if you have some spray paint, you can just throw some spray paint on there and change the overall color and get a whole new look. Obviously you can use this for kind of like a high and sight kind of thing, and throw it over your rifle, throw it over throw it over your bag, and just help break the all the lines and stuff of a person or equipment and stuff like that. So thanks for watching. That's the second portion, and the next one is going to be over the rifle. Great, thank you.